YouTube, what's good, y'all? Man, it's your boy Life of Greg here, and I am back today with another video. So today I'm going to be reacting to Hip Hop Daily's Lil Tim the Demon Slayer, and I've been following Lil Tim and Quando Rondo ever since they started coming up, and I just say these two get a lot of hate for no reason, not no hate, but they get a lot of hate for no reason. But without further ado, I ain't gonna talk much. Let's get into it.
Lil Tim went from being a completely unknown dude to one of the most known people in the rap game overnight. Killing King Von kicked off a chain of wild events that's still going on right now, and today we're breaking down the story behind the dude who started it all. Lil Tim came up in Savannah, Georgia, and has been active in the streets for a long time. He played football in school for a while, but after he caught his first charge at 17, he had to give up the athlete dream and went deeper in the trenches. Around the same time, he linked up with his homie Quando Rondo. Not much is known about Tim's early life, but if it was anything like Quando's, then he definitely ain't have it easy. Quando was taken from his parents when he was just 2 years old after a hot iron fell on his leg and badly burned him. One of his great aunts adopted him, but his dad got booked for 3 years and his mom was addicted to drugs and never saw him. The first time Quando went to juvie was cause his aunt called the cops on him for fighting one of his cousins when he was 11. Quando started going in and out of juvie constantly, and when he was in high school he met Lil Tim and they was tight from the jump. Tim actually finished school and graduated in 2016, but he was still in the streets and caught a bullet to the leg just a few years later. In 2019, Tim was standing on the block when someone rolled through and started letting off shots. When the police came, Tim's grandma was there screaming, "He's on the back porch, he's on the back porch." The cops ran around the side of the house and found Tim laying on his back with a bloody towel around his leg and a bunch of people just standing around him. They rushed him to the hospital for treatment and Tim told the cops he had no idea who shot him. Luckily, he made it out of the situation alive, but 1 year later, he almost lost his freedom. In August 2020, the Savannah PD led an investigation over some trafficking in the city and executed a search warrant at an alleged trap house. Inside the crib, they found guns, over 15 pounds of weed, and around 16K in cash. 5 people went down over the bust, including a former NBA player named Tim Quarterman. Quarterman played for Seattle and Houston for a little while, then he joined the G League and played for Israel and New Zealand too. Apparently the basketball money wasn't enough though, and Quarterman got charged with attempt or conspiracy to violate the Georgia Controlled Substance Act. Lil Tim was wrapped up in the same case and was hit with an attempt or conspiracy to violate the Georgia Controlled Substance Act, theft by receiving stolen property, and obstruction. Tim either beat the case or just bonded out, but then just a couple months later, he was involved with one of the most shocking deaths in the rap game. On November 6, 2020, Quando was chilling outside of a hookah lounge in Atlanta. He told Angela Yee,
"I see a group of people coming. In my mind, I'm just thinking regular and reality like you would think. I'm about to let these people walk past me. I'm not about to try to go through these people or nothing like that."
But come to find out, King Von and his crew saw him and Von started swinging on sight. It sparked.
And that's that's one thing I gotta say. Von got what he wanted. He got his wish. He wanted to start some shit for no reason. He got his wish. It didn't go how he expected, and King Von unfortunately passed away. But again, not my place to speak on it, but in my opinion, that's just another young, talented black artist who went too early.
A massive fight and both sides started letting off shots. Lil Tim got hit, but he was shooting back too and ended up killing Von right there. After it all went down, Quando went live while he was taking Tim to the hospital for treatment.
Come on, cuz, just keep breathing, bit, boy. Just keep breathing, cuz.
Hold on, you can't move on that fast,
You got it,
bro.
my fault.
Yeah.
Man, he's shot. What you mean wrong side?
And you can hear the panic in his voice because he thought his homie was gonna die. Tim was allegedly shot by Von's homie Slutty, and he probably wouldn't be alive today if Slutty's gun didn't jam after the first shot. In the footage from that night, Slutty hits Tim once after Tim shot Von. Tim hit the ground immediately, and that's when Slutty tried to walk him down and finish the job, but his gun.
That's God's work right there, because I'm not gonna lie, that is literally God protecting him. So it is a blessing for Tim to be alive, because Tim could have died right then and there. If we should all be honest here.
Gun jammed and he couldn't let off any more shots. Slutty ended up getting killed by the police that night, and Tim is real lucky to be alive. Tim pulled through, but the cops arrested him for murder while he was still recovering in the hospital. King Von was one of the hottest rappers in the world when Lil Tim killed him, and he caught a lot of hate for taking Von out. Quando had a bigger name than Tim and was catching shots from everywhere, and he responded to it all on the track End of Story and rapped, "Hey, if the shoe was on the other foot, they wouldn't have said he wrong. What they say, that's understood. We had to make it home. I put that on the neighborhood before they bust my dome. Lil Timmy riding, right or wrong." Von was
I think Tim was in the right and wrong, because he was in the right because he protected Quando, But at the same time, he was in the wrong, and they could have just fought it out or maybe talked it out. But him, like, and that's Vaughn. But still, he was in the wrong because he didn't have to kill the man. In my opinion, like it could have been solved without guns being drawn. But it's hood niggas what I'm talking about, and they just gonna shoot.
Was known as one of the most savage dudes in Chicago and had all kinds of cases he'd be fighting right now if he was still alive. So when the news broke he started swinging on Quando, nobody was really surprised. For a long time, the story was that Vaughn started everything and Tim just stepped up to defend his homie. But some people think Quando and his crew started the whole situation on purpose. A few hours before they ran into Vaughn at the hookah lounge, Quando posted a video on Instagram showing his crew flashing guns. Lil Tim allegedly even showed off the pistol they used to kill King Von, and rumors say they was trying to take him out that night. There's no real evidence to back it up, but some people think Quando leaked his location to Von on purpose because he knew Von would crash out. And on the track End of Story, he even said, "Million on my head, that's what they say. That's all you got? Make it 8. Come run up on me, bite the bait. 30 clip on me, jump out, shake." After it went down, Dirk told DJ Academics
everybody else, like when a real gangster, you know what I mean? When a real gangster get took out by like a
And that, of course. But if he calling Tim
like a nerd type thing.
If he calling Tim a nerd, he a goofy, because all this man does is diss. He could have literally, like, him and Quando could have gotten in the ring and boxed it out for like a couple mil, but he didn't have that idea. So if he calling Tim a nerd for killing King Von, he's a goofy for only dissing Tim and Quando and not doing nothing about it.
Quando clapped back and
but
said,
I do fuck with Dirk.
Nerds got
still
7
a nerd.
of them last
I mean,
year.
He's still
And
a
on
goofy.
the track Tear It Down, he raps, "4K that shit y'all seen on camera was our 7th one. 1K with the Christmas, I'ma buy little bro his favorite gun." He also took shots at Dirk on End of Story and said, "Blood on your brother on the ground, go and pick your mans up. Damn right, we screaming self-defense. He shouldn't have never put his hands on me. Look at the footage, that's all the evidence. See them shouldn't have ran up on me." Quando and Tim wasn't the only ones who had beef with Dirk at the time though. 6ix9ine had been throwing all kinds of shots at Dirk and Von. And in 2021, he tried to get Lil Tim to do a feature for him. A street dude like Tim working with a known snitch wasn't a good look, but Tim said he never made a track with 6ix9ine. Then some footage came out showing the two of them linking up in the studio, but Tim said he never recorded a verse and he actually finessed 6ix9ine out of 60K.
Man, keep talking about the song, man. Show me the song. Play the song, please. I bet money ain't no song. I bet it ain't no song. That nigga got his ass finesse.
Lil Tim told Future's TV,
"I never did it. I act like I was gonna do it. Got down a little couple little 40, 60 racks type shit."
Allegedly working with a snitch wasn't the only drama Tim had going on though. He bonded out on the murder charge in March 2021, but in September of that year, he got booked again. According to the paperwork, Tim got booked after a high-speed chase with the police and got charged with 8 traffic violations.
Personally, if I was Tim and I was just getting out, I would have just stayed under the radar.
Around the same time Tim was dealing with legal issues, his homie Quando was dodging bullets in the street. In May 2021, Quando and his homies was hanging out in the parking lot in Georgia when someone started shooting at their crew. Luckily, only one dude got hit in the hands and everyone else made it out of the situation okay, but it was clear that Quando had a target on his back. He knew that the Von situation had people trying to take him out, and in 2021, he told All Around TV,
"However some come to me, that's how I'm about to go about that shit." Straight up. Death threat all you want to, man, bro. That's just some words, man. Do be an action.
Then
Okay, I would have just stopped at those are just words, because I wouldn't dare nobody to try to, like, do something to me. I like Quando Rondo, bro. Like, Quando Rondo is one rapper we don't need to lose, but hell, I still hope that he beats his cases, though. Like, I hope the man beats his cases.
Last August he tweeted, "Once it happened, I ain't gonna be mad because I already been prepared for it, really. When the ops are coming for you though, it's not just yourself you have to worry about." And just a couple days later, they killed Quando's homie Lil Pob right in front of him. Quando and Pob was at a gas station in LA when 3 shooters walked up on them and started letting off shots in broad daylight. Quando wasn't hit, but Pob was tragically pronounced dead at the scene. Lil Tim was tight with Pob too, and on the track Left a Stain, he rapped, "Since I lost Pob, swear to God, this shit ain't been the same. I really lost my heart, swear to God, I'm going insane. I really need to drop, swear to God, I'm trying to release this pain. Locked behind bars, no facade, free the whole gang." Back in June, Quando and 18 other alleged Rolling 60 Crips got hit with the RICO case. According to the
Free Quando Rondo.
cops. Quando's a shot caller in the crew and is also being charged for illegally using a cell phone to move weight and having a trap house in Savannah that moved drugs and money to Atlanta. Quando bonded out, but then got booked again a month later after he wrecked his whip and had to be treated for a drug overdose. The prosecutors wanted the judge to take his bond away until trial, but instead the judge just ordered him not to drive anymore. Lil Tim has been having his own legal issues too. Back in October 2022, he was booked on drug charges, but it ain't clear where the case is going right now. He probably won't do any time over it though, and he just scored another massive legal win. Last month, news broke that his murder charge for killing King Von had been dropped. Even though Von swung first, Tim still could have been facing life in prison, but now he's walking away from the whole situation. A few hours after the news came out,
I mean, there is a law stating you can act in defense of your friend, so he was acting in defense of Quando Rondo. So I'm not surprised that he beat the murder case, which I kind of knew he was gonna beat it anyways.
He dropped a track left a stain in raps. Just got a collect call from New Pluto yesterday. He say he on the way, we steady catching plays. I told him about my good news, I'm about to beat this case. I really came from the bottom, I'm feeling like I'm Drake. Tim might have his freedom now, but his homie Quando is facing some serious time. They've been tight since they was kids. And
Quando beat his case, that's all I'm gonna say.
Tim is obviously ready to kill for him. He told Fuchsia's TV that if he loves somebody, he'll die for him.
Anybody who like to like family or something, that's how it is. Like, if I love you, I'll die for you.
And Quando said the same thing. Tim and some other homies were sitting next to him during an interview, and Quando said he died for Tim, but not the dude on his other side, because Tim already almost died for him once. They made it out of the Von situation alive, but their lives have been crazy ever since. And no matter how much time goes by, they'll probably both have targets on their backs forever.
Why are you not investing?
Well, my final thoughts are this. I feel like I said before, Quando and Tim just get so much hate for no reason. They're both some talented artists. I listen to their music, and I love their music. They're one of my top 5 most listened songs in my Apple Music playlist. So all I'm gonna say is, I hope Quando beat his cases for 1. I hope Tim beats his cases for 2. And I just hope at the end, this will all just blow over. Them boys will just forget about Von's death and realize Von did some shit. He started it. We can't do nothing about it. All that retaliation won't bring him back. But hell, who am I to speak on? I can't say very much more. Slifer Greg, thanks for rocking with me. Thanks for watching me, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.
Everything out there, we gon' hop up. Boy, hop out with the chopper. Fuck up, brother, we spent for a week. Stop with K, only spent for a piece.